Guys, we're at One Piece 1160, and I am a Yonko at staying spoiler free. Sorry, can't talk. I'm too excited. 1160. If math piece is true, we're getting the God Valley like just full blown. At least the start of it. I'm hoping. Let's get into it. The God Valley incident. What I tell you, 1160. Okay, and we're gonna eat this up. 1160. We're in the flower capital here in the cover story. Yamato overlooking the flower capital at the hall enshrining Odin and his comrades. All right, let's get into the chapter. Oh, we got a big panel out the gate. Behold, the Davy clan, that loathsome lineage. They've been hated since their ancestors' time. No one would even try to show them any love. Are they buccaneers too? Sever their bloodline. It's too dangerous to allow them to live. Wait, don't throw things at them yet. Yeah, not yet, guys. Exterminate them all. This day will go down in history. And we have uh looks like the elders and the gods knights up on like this podium. We got all the other celestial dragons with their choppy ass haircuts. People are throwing stuff in the air or stuff like there's swords or it's like being manipulated. That looks kind of weird. Okay. We have Saturn. This is quite the find, Garling. I can only credit fate for it. Now, let's introduce the favorites for the individual competition. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me go down further. I missed a panel here. Let's see. Quit throwing knives. You'll be penalized if they die prematurely. We have Blackbeard and his mother. Dude, homie's like 3 and he has a mustache. Severed their bloodline. And then we get the Garling Saturn dialogue. My apologies. It's too late for me, but my little ones, I wanted them to be raised by someone with a warm heart. Please, don't hand them over to him. You and your children may be strangers to me. If I can't do that much, then I have no business standing here. But I want to help. I thought he was talking to Blackbeard's mom and Teach here in the last chapter. Dragon runs away. It doesn't look like he helped, right? She's, her hands down. And people, look, I'm gonna say it already. People are already gonna like be throwing L's at Dragon. And historically, I might agree with you, but I think this makes him way more interesting at the very least. Whether you find that interest good or not, I think it makes him more interesting. Let's continue. There are 150 rare rabbits to hunt down. That's not to mention the 13 super rare ones. Each of those is worth 10,000 points apiece. We have Kuma, who's obviously distressed, freaking out. There's only 1 hour before the hunt begins. Now run, little rabbits. Is this a joke? Are they really gonna kill us? Give us a good chase. This is messed up, guys. This is messed up, and I'm here for it because it's raising the stakes. We have all the people running away. If we hold out for 3 weeks, we'll make it. All we can do is run. Find a good hiding spot somewhere. Yeah, we all know how that goes. This is Zoro being strung up all over again. I'll free you in a month, uh, or whatever the precise time was. Let the hunt begin. We have the celestial dragons with their guns on their birds. Where are they? Where are they? They're all excited. Please don't cry. There you are, you rabbits. Please spare our child, I beg of you. There's 3 people. We hear 3 gunshots. This is messed up. Please help me. Don't kill my husband. People are dying everywhere. This is I don't know if Oda's trying to do this, but this is uh to me it's reminiscent of Nazis um during World War II. Home of the gods, the Holy Land of Marijua. We have Pangea Castle here. The Figurelands are in the lead, but the Bavet and Manmeyer families are hot on their tail. Ooh, Garling. We have Garling just slicing people to pieces. Who did you bet on? House Shepherd for the clan contest and Gunko for the solos. Really? Well, I suppose she is the only knight known as God's Steel. Literal Japanese uses God's sword slash tool. Gunko's just using her arrow powers to pierce through all the people. House Manmeyer. Well, we have a different spelling already. Manmeyer scores another massive round of bonus points. We have House Godsteel, House Manmeyer, Saint Gunko. Must be nice to be Saint Garling. Knowing a beauty like her is gonna be his wife soon. Looks like we have some Marines talking in a town nearby. Although I guess it's still all up in the air. We have a child in a tree and Shepherd here, Saint Shepherd. You climbed up pretty high. Hop on down. I laid out a nice thorny cushion for you. Go away. Stop, that's my kid. Dad, don't worry, I'll catch you. Aw, how touching. Dragon. I thought I could help her, but if I defy the celestial dragons, they will execute my entire platoon too. This is interesting, man. This is super interesting. Oh, I love this. I love this that what we're getting from Dragon, this dilemma from him. Only Nazis? Well, that's just what I thought of. Hey, Shade, how are you doing? What's going on, gang? Dude, I love this interaction we're getting from Dragon. I love this dilemma. We're finally getting this stuff. I assume everyone's present. We have some Marines here. Naturally, sir. Where the hell did that dragon kid go? Don't tell me he went to meddle with what's happening on the island. So he has possibly a history of disobedience. That would make sense. It's here. It's here. The Buccaneer brat worth 10,000 points. And then we have Ivankov. You will never win if you play their rigged game. Focus on escaping altogether. They're escaping God Valley. They've still got hope. That's 10 kills in a row for my prized rifle. And Dragon shoots him. Damn, I just. And we get some other shots from another celestial dragon. Dude. Yeah, dragon kills a celestial dragon. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, we got a large explosion. What? Off the east coast. What was that? Celestial dragon says. It's the Rocks pirates. There's no time. We're being swarmed by notorious pirates. All right, let's go. Got a beautiful, just grand double page spread here of the Rocks pirates. Listen up, fellas. They've got Shocky there, along with a bunch of treasure, not to mention devil fruits. Ain't no point in us killing each other over this stuff yet. We've got to work together for now. We'll divvy up the booty once we're back, and there better not be any belly aching. Got it? The Rocks pirates, man. We can't share Shocky. The answer's obvious, isn't it? She'll fall for whoever saves her. Damn right, I'm not backing down. Nah, Shaki's gonna fall for whoever hauls in the most treasure. Suit yourselves, I'm just here to save a friend. That said, if she does fall for me, I wouldn't complain. What? How could you say that, Newgate? If I save Shaki, Roger should be grateful, right? Ochoku didn't even leave the island. She'll probably ban him from the bar. How stupid can you get? Heaven and earth could flip, and Shaki still wouldn't give any of you losers the time of day. Hey, Linland, you're gonna save one of those devil fruits for me, right? Uh, Whitebeard, suit yourselves. I'm just here to save a friend. Okay. We have some ute. We got some fire from the battleships. This is tedious. Ram 'em. We've got to get away, the Marines say. Give up, you lousy Marines. Follow me, crew. We have we ever noticed the figurehead on Rox's ship? Has that ever been like super highlighted? It's a dead guy, a rather large dead guy, tied to the front of the ship. Interesting. Whitebeard with always with that nonchalant gimmick. I mean, he's just too relaxed. He is really relaxed, actually. Now that you bring that up, this is bad. Pirates are here. What is the Navy doing? If anything happens to us, we'll hang you all. We have celestial dragons running and scrambling. Dragon is uh, listening or looking up at something. Come in. We have the two Shamrock or the two Garling babies, uh, or Figureland. Sorry. Please be advised, the West Coast is a danger zone. Don't tell Kenny Loggins. Anyway, the Roger Pirates have docked here. Dragon saves Shanks and Shamrock. Okay. It's a miracle you're not both crying after all of this. Okay, interesting development. Dude, this is all great stuff, man. This is so cool. Get the celestial dragons to the center of the island. Don't let them get hurt. What's going on? Is this the end of the world? First Rocks, now Roger? The Roger pirates have made landfall. Oh, man. I'm here to save you, Shocky. You guys have no chance with her. Focus on stealing the treasure. The Roger pirates. Oh man, it's all coming together. Did I skip some stuff? I don't think so. We have the Rocks double page spread, all the pirates. Unless you're talking about earlier. I have the Rocks double page, what all the Rocks pirates say, some cannon fire, the ship ram, and then dragon saving before. I think so, yeah. I had read the Summers portion, and yeah, I'd done Gunko and Summers before, where we get like the little title cards of Gunko at least, not of Summers. All right, but yeah, it's Dragon saving the two twins. Interesting. So the Roger Pirates are here. Garp should probably show up here soon. Save Shocky. Sworry, sorry. I guess the game's over, Garling says. What are you doing? Do something. Ooh, we have the full God's Knights. Pull those Marines back and see to it that the celestial dragons are protected. The Knights of God are rallying. Bro, this guy, this Fishman Oni dude thing, like this looks like Tom's ancestor. Like this dude looks like Tom. That's interesting. We have the God's Knights. All right. Pirates keep pouring in from every side of the island. Warships commence retaliatory fire. Don't let them land. I think we're done for. I mean, dude, how can they even stand a chance with Rocks and Roger here? Yeah, the Yeti with wings. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even okay, I see the wings now. I was wondering what that was. Dude, what the heck? That's crazy. All right. Like, yeah, they don't stand a chance. We got Whitebeard and it looks like Shiki. Pirates keep coming one after another. We don't even know their objective. Hey now, we have a cannonball. I'm not gonna stand by and watch while you dice up my troops like vegetables. Hmm? Oh man. Oh, that ship. It's Vice Admiral Garp. I'm here. Reinforcements have arrived. Garp's fleet. Ooh, we're saved. The legends have assembled. Dude. All right. I'm so sad that it seemed like it ended so abruptly. I mean, I think everybody wants a little more, obviously, but I this is great. This is great setup. Math piece 1160. I'd be interested to see what the past 100 chapters, 200, 300, 400, 500 chapters started out with. Maybe Randy Troy will get working on that. Fill us in. Dude, so exciting. The God Valley flashback is finally here. And Whitebeard's here to save a friend. Um, it could be different, but I think what we're getting here, since all the Rocks pirates are talking about Shocky, I'm assuming that friend to Whitebeard is Shocky. I mean, he even says, "Suit yourselves. I'm just here to save a friend." That said, if she does fall for me, I wouldn't complain. So I think that's as long as the translations are somewhat accurate. Um, he uses the pronoun she, referencing the previous two sentences. Um, I'm hearing the drums of oppression. My goat is here. Let them know, Garp. We love Garp. We love everybody, I think. I mean, like this is so sick. I'm interested to see not that we expressly need it, but the friendship between Shocky and Whitebeard. You know what's so crazy now that I think about it is the fact that Whitebeard, all he wants is a family, but he's not, to put it delicately, putting in the work. You know what I mean? Like he's not. He has, suitors lined up for him, at least one that we know of. Probably more than one. Let's be honest. But yet he doesn't pull the trigger. So I'm wondering, like, why that is. Shade says he's too lazy. He might be too lazy. That would be crazy. I don't know. I feel like his I think everybody who has Conqueror's hockey in the story uh comes I think systematically from their expression of willpower. I mean, that's what hockey is, right? Um which is why I've never understood the argument that like people can't have Conqueror's hockey if they're subordinates. Like that people who say that are getting it completely wrong. It has to do with the all the people who have Conquerors hockey have some sort of ambition, moral value, thing that they hold on to, that they would give up their life in service of. Um, Luffy with Pirate King, Whitebeard and his family. Uh, I think Rayleigh to some extent the legacy and the history of the world, the legacy of the Roger Pirates, that is. But it's about the expression of their willpower. So For him to be too this is all to say for him to be too lazy, but yet that's what's tied to, like, his strongest form of will, I can't get behind it. Whitebeard loved the idea of family, not the process of it. Well, it depends on how we're defining family, I guess, right? Because if we're talking about blood family, like blood relatives, like, sure. But if we're talking about his crew, which is what I think he ultimately ended up deciding on as terms of family and what that meant to him, then I think he was probably really down for the process. He was recruiting people, he was recruiting family members. His idea about family was more broad, not just blood. Yeah, I agree. Um, it definitely was just like, yeah, blood's thicker than water sometimes, right? Or, I'm sorry, water's thicker than blood. Um, but yeah, I want to see their relationship, and I don't think it's necessary in the canon, really per se. But yeah, dude, we got Davy Clan stuff unfolding. The most interesting thing, I think, for me at least, is that Dragon is the one who saved Shamrock and Shanks. That's the most interesting thing about this chapter. Like, I was not expecting that, right? At least, I think we all expect, Roger to probably, come away with Shanks here. Um, but I never thought about someone other than Roger being the first one to save him, to save Shanks, let alone Shamrock. So the fact that, yeah, Dragon took both of them. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, do we have something happen to Dragon? Because Dragon has to come into the vicinity slash knowing of all the other big players here, I think. I mean, especially Garp. Now, speaking of Garp and Dragon, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but Garp has never called Dragon, or wait, has Garp ever called him his, like, son? He might have once. He might have once. But there's still, like, that contention that Dragon is actually just the husband of Luffy's mother, and Luffy's mother is actually the child of Garp, not Dragon. I like that, because Garp can still call Dragon his son, even if it's his son-in-law. I mean, Oda could throw us for a loop like that, I think, and I wouldn't be surprised. But we have to have Dragon, I think, meet up with Garp at the very least. And then I'm assuming something happens to Dragon, you know, like this. I wouldn't want this to be the case, but, like, an explosion happens or something. Dragon gets thrown back. The twins get separated. Roger picks up Shanks, and then, you know, uh, Garling picks up Shamrock or something, right? Like, that could be like the very simplest, most boring thing that could happen. But you think the theory's for Dragon? Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I just think it would make the character dynamic more interesting for me. Um, but I need to really think on it more because I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. What would make that interesting? Because it would make it interesting if Garp actually loved Dragon like a flesh and blood son, and then it turned out that he wasn't flesh and blood. That would make an interesting dynamic for me, at least. But that's not the case. He's just kind of like, Dragon's a revolutionary. What can you do? Sort of thing. which is a strange attitude. But also, like, I think that is kind of his way of kind of love because he did the same thing with Luffy, right? Like, oh, Luffy's a pirate, like he's my grandson, what can you do? So it would make it interesting then, maybe a little bit, but that might just be Garp's expression of, love. And Garp is one of the most interesting characters in the entire series just because of Marineford, in my opinion. Um, Shade says, because we've never heard about the daughter of Garp before. Garp was very pissed at Dragon for becoming a revolutionary in the Kuzan flashback. Um, the first thing you said, we've never heard of Garp's daughter. That is true. That is true. And I think you're right that, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but that probably would be an ass pull, right? If, like, you know, Garp was just like, "Oh yeah, Dragon's not my actual son. He's just the husband of my actual daughter." Um, yeah, that would be kind of an ass pull. I mean, it was a cool ass pull, but like Emu was kind of one of those. I mean, I'm still for it. I'm not really against it, but it did just come out of left field, and that's obviously the point. Like, meant to be a twist. Um, but I always think that a twist is only as good as the subtle foreshadowing that you used before revealing it. Like, I just to go off on a side tangent here, I watched Shutter Island relatively recently, a film by Martin Scorsese, starring DiCaprio and Ruffalo. Great movie if you haven't seen it. But the foreshadowing for that movie was laid out within like the first 5 minutes. It was pretty impressive, like upon rewatching it. Um, yeah, Emo was still being built up for almost 300 chapters now, so I don't think we can call it that. We still haven't seen him until now. I mean, his reveal was out of left field, though. Like there were, I mean, I don't think there was any foreshadowing for Emu to be revealed. Um, and granted, yeah, we're getting it. He's kind of doing it in a reverse kind of way, and I think that's perfectly fine. Um, where yeah, it's almost like instead of we get the reveal first and then the build up. The reveal was, but in terms of the story, it wasn't. I mean, if you're saying that it wasn't in terms of the story because we could imply a leader of all of Marijois, like looking at it now. I mean, yeah, but it's always easier to look at those things in retrospect too. I mean, I think we could have implied a someone higher up the food chain than the Gorosei, possibly, but I don't I'm trying to think, and I don't have a perfect memory with the series, of course, but I'm trying to think if there was any notion of, the Gorosei or or the people who know about Emu kinda answering to Emu. Um, but still, it's really beside the point, because like, I love the fact that we got Emu, uh, and I'm definitely a stan of Blackbeard, I think, has to be the final fight. Um, Dofi and his subordinates taking a knee. Yeah, that was the same as the Gorosei. And there was that one thing too with Dofi, now that you brought it up. Um, when he's, like, talking to, who's it, Moria, or is it the Marine when he's, like, sitting on the desk? I forget, but when he's, like he, like, points up and is like, the conversation is something like, you know did so and so, like, Corsair or Celestial Dragons, want this to happen? And then Dofi, like, points up, like, no, it's someone higher up on the food chain. There was that scene, which could be referring to that. Um, yeah. I have a lot to think about. I want to know who these other Gods Knights are too. Summer's looking cool. I think I missed you saying, oh yeah, my goat Summers is a piece of trash, and I love him for that. True, true. He is a piece of, everyone's a piece of trash. The Trash Valley incident. I wonder if the island itself, or I guess I wonder what the historical, um, like, what is there a historical significance to God Valley, beyond just this is where the fight, like before all this even took place, like even before these hunts even took place, if there's something special about God Valley, on God Valley, I'd be interested to see that. And Garp showing up with his cannonballs, and we got dude, who's the guy that's like always with Garp, that's got like the low brim hat, that was there like during Kobe and Helmeppo's training? I forget that guy's name, but I like that dude a lot. I'm glad he's here, right beside Garp. I love that. The legends have assembled. And I like the subtle, just like Rox and Roger are like, they're kind of like, ah, shit, he's here. They're not scared, but per se, but they're like, well, they're putting respect on Garp. They're like, he's gonna complicate things because that dude is strong. That dude's a real one. Him D Bogard, dude. Yep, that's the official name. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, dude, I'm so pumped. Um, I'm probably gonna wrap this up. I do have a lot to do today. I want to wrap it up here soon. No, nah, my goats put the fear of emu in anybody. That is true, but only when the people know about emu. And yeah, I wonder, like, do we get? That's actually a good point. Shade, do you think we get emu here in some way, shape, or form? Like probably not physically, but do you think we get another like possession slash like magic mumbo jumbo transformation thing happening here? Yes. I'm thinking so too. Cause I'm just thinking in terms of like building up this arc, this flashback. I mean, just if I was Oda, not that I have any idea how that man thinks, but like if I was writing this, I would just like, yeah, let's pile it on, man. Like not reveal too much, but just that uh, you know, leaky faucet style that Oda does, where he's gonna give us some stuff, but it's also gonna raise far more questions than the answers we receive, which is how you should do it. Um, Gunko was called the Blade of God in a better translation in this chapter. So yeah, and I was thinking that too, when I read like the God Steel thing, and then I remember, thought about how she was being used by Emu in the present time on Elbaf, and I'm like, okay, there's a history of this, and she's looking great. Like I love her old school uh like military like garb, like this European almost like military garb. She's got the long hair. She's got 2 different colored eyes. I mean, shit, dude. Kill me, I guess, you know? I guess it might be worth the price. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Just kill me, Gunko. Get it over with. Love me and then kill me. I'm ready. See you next chapter. Yeah, I'll see you, man. And anybody who stopped by, I appreciate it. It was amazing chapter. Amazing. I love it. I'm excited for next week. No break, right? No break? There is a break. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. I do the chapter reviews and reactions every Saturday in the earlyish afternoon, usually from like anywhere from 12 to 3. So every Saturday there's a new chapter, or every week, sorry. I'll be here, and I hope to see you guys here too. Peace.